Hello. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Today I'm talking about the law of assumption, which is basically where you are assuming that you have the things that you want, the desires of your heart. Like you just assume that it's done. So, my story is that I had a very close family member who was living with me, and it was just ended up being 6 years of pure hell, like on earth. I can't tell you, it was just ridiculous. And this person, will call him Jamie. So Jamie, like from the age of maybe 20 to 26, just went through just the roughest time ever. I mean, in and out of jail, on probation twice. Met this crazy ass girl who got him doing drugs and alcohol and just smoking weed nonstop, zero motivation. Went from being a really, really great person, great kid, great energy, normal, to just, just at the bottom, just trying to be at the bottom. And Jamie and this girl, have every problem in the book. Domestic violence. She comes over, she stabs out Jamie's tire, she goes to his job. Just very toxic relationship, gets him fired off his job. He already couldn't keep a job on his own, didn't need any help. This whole time I'm wanting Jamie to, hey, you're 20 years old, let's get an apartment, let's get going, let's get you moved out. Meantime, in between time, Jamie and this girl have a baby. Okay, now the girl disappears. Poof! Disappears, leaves the baby. So it's, Jamie's there with the baby. Jamie disappears all the time. Okay, so out of the 6 years, like 5 of them, the baby was there. And he, maybe out of 5 years, I'd say 4.5 years, he'd just be doing disappearing acts all day, gone all day, all night, come back, refuse to keep a job, refuse to be respectful. Just every problem that could be had, I was having. It was like my house was not mine. It was like a living nightmare. I get home, I got a baby to take care of. I'm not looking to take care of anybody else's kids, let alone, have somebody be disrespectful, don't want to help pay bills, don't help clean up, don't want to help do anything. I'm not in a position I cannot just put Jamie out on the street. I just can't do that. That's not who I am. And so I'm like, okay, let's, I want you to have, success. Let's get a job. Let's put some money together. Let's get a car. Oh, can't tell you how many cars the person went through. I constantly help him buy cars. At least 6. It was just ridiculous. Just very, very irresponsible, very, very much at the bottom. I've never felt hopeless in my entire life. And I can tell you that I felt so incredibly hopeless in this situation. So I'm like, and this is from me having the worst upbringing ever, living with I don't know how many different people. Out of the 18 years, I probably lived with my mom for 2. I lived with everybody else. Like sleeping on the floor, always sleeping in somebody else's bed, no lights, no gas, no water. Okay, it was a bad situation. I've never been hopeless. I'm not a hopeless person. So for me to feel hopeless, that's a big deal. Okay, so I'm feel stuck. I just feel absolutely hopeless. And like every day I'm crying. Like I'd be like, where am I gonna go? Like anywhere but home. Sometimes I go to my twin sister's house and Jamie would be there. It's like, oh my God, I just need some space. I literally moved my room into the basement, started locking the door just so I could have some peace of mind. I don't like to be forced into situations, especially situations that I didn't create, I'm not the owner of. I don't like feeling out of control. And I'm like, okay, you know what? This person is going to be turning 26. You got to get out of here. I'm enabling you to just this codependency. This has to end. Like, come hook or come crook. In February, you're going to be 26. You got to get going. So the person got a job. Jamie got a job finally. Let's say his birthday is in February, the end of February. So he gets a job beginning of February. I'm talking to my twin sister. She's telling me, you got to change the energy. It's the energy's all whack. And I'm like, okay, she's like, your beliefs. You got to change your beliefs. You got to look at this like, in 30 days, this person, the house no longer exists. Look at it as if there is a no other choice type situation. This person has to move out, and I really needed this. I can't tell you. I was at the point of wanting to, I just taking extreme measures with my own life. It was really bad, depressed, drinking wine every day. And I wasn't depressed because I'm not a depressed person, but sad, like, God, I just don't, hopeless. So anyways, I'm like, okay, fine, I'm going to do what you said. So I watched a video, 369 method. So basically you write down what you want 3 times, 6 times a day. You read it, you feel it, you visualize it for 9 days, and then you forget about it and you consider it to be done. You assume that it is done. So I did exactly that. I wrote, hey, you know what? Jamie is in their own apartment. Everything is paid for. They have everything that they need, even the first time I wrote it down, when I reread it, I could start feeling it. I didn't believe it, okay? But you only need a little bit of faith to move mountains. The second time I read it, I was like, I was starting to get some encouragement, like, okay, maybe this thing can actually happen. And then I just kept reading it all day and I just kept feeling it. I was just like, okay, this is happening. It is happening. I said, you know what? I'm going to put the apartment in my name. And that's not something I would ever do. I was desperate. I'm going to put the apartment in my name and I'm going to pay for the down payment, the whole thing, first month, whatever it takes, couple $1,000s to get you up out of here. Let's go. So I was willing and ready to do anything, but I said, you know what? I'm going to believe that I'm going to get this money back. It wasn't a lot of money, but I still wanted it back. I don't know how much money I've spent on Jamie. I can't tell you. Well, actually I can. $42,000. I have it on my Cash App. That's how much money I've sent this person over those years. But anyway, and that's just on Cash App. So I spent a lot of money and I've invested a lot of time and a lot of energy into this person. So it's like, I need this to be successful. I started just really seeing it. I started imagining him in his apartment. I started imagining things going smoothly. I'm asking, in this case, it felt like a miracle because nothing in the past was showing me that this was going to happen. But I said, I'm wildly open to miracles. Okay. I'm open to this. I'm here for this. And I started believing it. I had no choice. My life depended on it. I started getting happy and excited. So I literally, the deposit was $1,800 or something like that. Somebody else told me, hey, I'll put the apartment in my name. They were so tired of me whining about it. I'm like, okay, cool. So the apartment went into somebody else's name. And then I just went in my bank account, got the money, and I literally got a check for $1,751 within a week or two randomly from the government. And then I got another check randomly from the government for another $171. So I got every dime back. People started giving me furniture, lamps. Every little thing that he needed, everybody gave to me. It was like a miracle. So let's say March the 24th, he was moving into the apartment. Let's say March 18th, he told me, oh, I quit my job. I no longer have a job, so I have to stay here. Did not want to move. I said, no, the train has left and you're already on it, baby. You are going to this apartment, good, bad, or different. You're going, okay? Job, no job. If you want to keep a roof over your head, you're going to figure it out. I don't know. I just know that you got to go. And so just having that faith to be able to say, yeah, it's happening. And that person moved out. That was in March of 2023. My life has literally never been better. That person's doing so much better, so it's having that faith. You can't have the evidence. You just can't. Your faith will allow it to manifest. Assume that you have it, feel it, visualize it, write it down, speak it into existence. Act as if your life depends on it. Act as if you have no other choice. Sometimes life gets desperate so that it pushes you, so that you have to get where you need to get. And I got a lot of stories about Jamie and it's really helped me actually become the person that I am today. So everything's happening for a reason. I would constantly just remind myself, everything's working out for me. Everything always works out for me. The universe wants what I want even more than I want it. Those are the things I tell myself. And I encourage you to do the same. Get positive about it, whatever it is. I don't care how hopeless it seems. You have the power. You are the author of your story. You can write it down, speak it out loud, and make it happen. Do the steps to make it happen. You got this. Love ya.